Good morning. Welcome to this channel, which is about reincarnation. Right. Today I will tell you about two things that happened to me. First thing happened when I was 10, and then something happened when I was 13. Right. And as you know, I told you earlier, when I was 5, I had this experience of leaving my body, watching my body from above. And during the time that I grew up, I was very interested in knowing what happened, you see. And there was nobody to talk to, nobody knew anything, you see. So, and then I spent a lot of time with my grandparents on my father's side. They had a farm, and I spent summers there helping them, living there, myself, you see. And there was a guy there working there, my uncle. His name was Eric. And he was, you know, I respected him. I thought he was the best, you see. And then it was my grandmother. And they were both Jehovah's Witnesses. And there were quite a few of them there in the family. And they had meetings there at the farm, you see. My grandfather was not interested. So there was some sort of a conflict there. Yeah, it was. But they had meetings, and at one time they invited me to a meeting with the Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was 10. Yeah. And I was sitting there, and there was quite a lot of people in there, maybe 20, people. And my uncle was there, my uncle Eric. And I was watching him, and I thought it was very different. He was so serious, extremely serious. And he was reading from the Bible, right? And the meeting was so heavy. I thought it was heavy, serious, and I didn't like it at all. And I was wondering about my uncle. What's he doing? What's happening? What's going on here? You know. And then I asked my grandmother, and I wanted to read something. I thought maybe they have something. I don't know. So I asked her for a book. Do you have a book? You know, I want to know more, right? And my grandmother got very excited about this, and she gave me this book. And you know, Jehovah's Witnesses, they have these books with a lot of pictures and text, right? So that's the book that I received, and I started reading it. And I remember this so clearly, because, you know, I wanted to know what I was. And there was nothing in this book about this at all. And I remember this, they describe paradise in the book. And I was looking at this, and they talked about bodies in paradise. So people die, and then there's this doomsday thing happening, right? And then some of them go to paradise. And they end up there as bodies. You understand? And I thought, this can't, you know, I knew I was not my body. So what is this? No, I didn't like it. I thought, you know, these people, they got it wrong. This is not for me. Yeah. And then something happened when I was 13. Yeah. Now, a new guy came to my school. His name was Michael. And we became friends. Now, this guy's father was into these things, yeah. And Michael and I, we started talking. This is the first time I could talk to anyone. And Michael, he didn't know much, you know, but we could talk about it at least, you know. And he told me about his father, some of his ideas, you know, and I became interested. I wanted to know more. And then there was this book, yeah. I think my friend Michael got it from his father, and it was a book written by Jack London. It was called The Star Rover, yeah, and I borrowed the book, see. And this book is, I became totally ecstatic about it. Yes, it's about a prisoner, and he's brutalized, beaten, and he's in a straitjacket. And then he learns from another guy in the prison to leave his body during the torture. And he's making journeys as himself. And I thought it was so great. This was the first time I read anything or heard anything about this that I experienced when I was 5. I thought, this is amazing. And it gave me hope. I realized that there are actually people in society that know something about this. Yeah. So this started me on a study journey. Yeah. I started to read, I started to look for things, any kind of knowledge about this, because I knew it was out there. And it had a very big importance for me, yeah, this book by Jack London. I just checked it, it was written in 1915. And I recommend it, of course, yeah. All right, that's all. Be good.